Did you guys give Coach my notes or something? This is getting a little personal here. The one I would guess that he would pick is the one that Ohio State fans get most excited about reminiscing on, which is the 2010 Big Ten tournament game when Evan Turner hit the shot inside of half court at the buzzer to beat Michigan. That's a game that Buckeye fans will talk about forever. So I imagine that's what he picked. That's my guess.
This is so hard to answer because there's two games that really changed Michigan basketball, and it was that loss, and we really fundamentally changed everything we're doing. And then in 17, we lost at home to Ohio State, and we ended up after that winning 12 of the next 15, and the program never stopped. I mean, we basically won at a highest level effort after that February 4th loss. So I'm glad we didn't lose that game on February 4th because it woke us up. But the one on the 10th, because it's the last game of the season, we had to go all year. I mean, we had to wait till next year to get out of that. The season was over. That one probably hurts the most. I don't have any question about 2013. They're still crying about Aaron Kraft being fouled. Probably they still think that's a foul. I watched it today. There was no foul. It was one of the greatest games ever. We had those really flashy uniforms on. Tim Hardaway went crazy, and then Trey Burke got some things done at the end. So there's no question. That's what he's going to say.
Listen, he already made all the points for me. I wrote down 2013 at Michigan. I put in all caps, Tim Hardaway foul. That's what I wrote down. Which, Coach, if you go back and read the articles, your own player was asked about it, and he said, I think I got a little arm. He admitted in the post-game press conference. I remember this game as being, when I was playing at Ohio State, we got the better of you more often than not. And then right around this time is when the switch got flipped, and Michigan and Ohio State sort of became like a real rivalry. I remember this game being the turning point where I was like, I think I might hate those guys. I think I turned the TV off. I was so disgusted. Coach Mata, like you could see his face at the end of the play in overtime. Kraft gets fouled. It's not called. He's got that look in his face like we were just screwed. And I remember just being so upset. And I was like, I think there might actually be a rivalry here. And so that was 100% my answer. There's no other answer we could go with. And then you guys go on to the Final Four, and we lost to Wichita State that year. We felt like we had a team that was good enough to win the title too. And man, that was a very frustrating year. Started by that game. This one was tough for me because Ohio State's had a lot of great players, and I certainly wouldn't say that this is the best player, although some people would feel like it was the best player. This is the guy that stood out to me as a guy who would thrive under John Beilein, and that was D'Angelo Russell. I just feel like he's an offensive savant. Coach Beilein is such a great offensive coach that it's insane to think of what he could have done if D'Angelo Russell was running point for him.
Not even close. Not even close. JAESEAN Tate.
Wow.
JAESEAN Tate, the 6'4" power forward. I would love to coach anywhere at any time. He did so many things and watching him play, and now people are realizing how good he is. He's a really good player. So as good as D'Angelo Russell was, right? JAESEAN Tate brings it. Was you could watch him over 4 years grow and just get better and better. Yeah, he loved Trey Burke. He just loved Trey Burke. He wanted him, probably a Columbus guy. He probably wanted him back there. They already had Aaron Kraft. I mean, they were really good, but he secretly wanted Trey Burke.
Did you guys give Coach my notes or something? This is getting a little personal here. That of course it's Trey Burke. Trey Burke is from Columbus. He grew up a Buckeye fan. His teammate Jared Solinger was already a Buckeye. The fact that it was all there, and you come down to Columbus, Coach. This is an act of war. In some places, this would be considered an act of war. That you come into Columbus, Ohio, and take a guy who's going to become the National Player of the Year, and you don't feel sorry for it. To my knowledge, you've never apologized once for it. It is unbelievable what you did to Ohio State with this. So 100% Trey Burke. It's definitely Trey Burke. There's no other answer. I think this one's pretty obvious. This is the most pesky player maybe in Big Ten history. It's a guy that everyone is pesky and synonymous, has become synonymous with Ohio State because of this guy. It's Aaron Kraft. I mean, the guy, I can't imagine a Big Ten coach who gets asked this question and doesn't answer Aaron Kraft. You could fast forward 100 years and I still think people will be talking about Aaron Kraft and diving on the floor and the rosy red cheeks and drawing charges and all that stuff.
Yeah, now you're on the right track here. That's a no-brainer right there. The Aaron Kraft would be the one. I mean, you have dreams about him. I'd be designing the offense, and I said, well, let's do this. No, we can't do that. Aaron's going to be there. Let's do this. No, Aaron's going to be there. You know, it was, if you remember the game in 13 where Tim Hardaway hit the 3 threes, that we stayed the hell away from Aaron Kraft. And Tim, I don't know who Tim was scoring on, but it wasn't Aaron Kraft. Oh boy, I didn't think as long about that one, about who would be the most pesky. He might not like Zach Novak, maybe. Maybe he might think that, because Zach is JAESEAN TATE, right? And he's an Indiana guy. You know, Mark's from Indiana. He probably would have thought he was a pretty tough guy.
Coach, you got me pegged. Zach Novak's the answer. He's not a basketball player. He was a hockey player that somehow ended up. I'm convinced he got to Ann Arbor and he walked into the wrong door when he got there and showed up at the basketball practice and you just threw him a jersey. The guy, he was not happy on a basketball court unless he was bleeding in some way. He just seemed to, he was a big, like, the ball bounces out of bounds already, the ref blows the whistle, and then 3 seconds later, Zach Novak's diving to make the save after the ball's already dead. That guy he lived on the floor and is very much the answer. That one was obvious.